thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. I got a warning the other day by a DPS trooper, and I always make it a point to say thank you for your service. But especially the people that sign up for our military, especially because these are hard times. They're hard times because the things are touch and go right now. You know? And you hope that our nation doesn't go into war, right? Especially when, you know, your firstborn just barely becomes a soldier, right? So they all sign up for that. They all know that when you enlist, if there happens to be a war and they need you, then, you know, you already know that you're signing up for that. So I have a lot of respect for people that gave any of their lives to serve our nation. Thank y'all so much. Thank you. Hi, Hope. How are you? Norma, Veronica, Jewel, Maria, Rachel. All right. Thank you all so much. And thank you for the gift. I love them. Y'all are awesome. And it matched my dress perfectly. It's like, how did you know that I was going to wear red? I always wear red. I wear red a lot. But it matched it perfectly. Thank you. Thank you. Angela Longoria Scott says, I know this is not on topic, but my sister is a traveling nurse and we live here in Texas. Not too far from you, but she makes crazy amount of money. Have you ever thought about doing that? Yes. I have been, yes. I was this close to taking my first travel nursing assignment in Memphis. And, no, it was Nashville. In Nashville. And at the last minute I didn't because I have never worked in a region where I didn't know someone. You know? And the other assignment that I could have gotten is in Houston. But the thing is, what am I going to do? Who am I going to call for help? Like, who am I going to call? You know? So, you know, maybe if I find the love of my life somewhere, I could go and travel and know that there's somebody that cares about my well-being as much as I care about theirs. But yes, I've been seriously considering travel nursing. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Sarah. She says, I see the photo of you and him on FaceTime. He's handsome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Him and I were both raised by the same grandparents. I had him very young. And he helped me so much with him. I went into nursing school when he was 6 months old. And when I saw him, I told him, Grandma and Grandpa, they're so proud of you. Because I know that they're watching you. And I know that they're cheering you on. And he loves them just as much as I love them. And he teared up right away. Because I'm just like him. Those are the two people that I would want. You know. When I reach that kind of achievement, you know. So, it was bittersweet. Thank you. Angela says she goes to California and she stays at a retired nurse house. The lady rents rooms to the nurses and she Girl, can you inbox me? I'm not kidding, Angela. Please inbox me. Because that's the one thing that I don't want to do. I know they give you per diem, but I don't want to. I don't. Because I looked up some of the assignments, right? And the assignments say, oh, we have housing here and here. And no, I don't want to do that. There's men staying at some of that housing. And I mean, no. No. I don't like that. You know? I don't care if they're nurses, too. I just don't like that. Liza says, thank you for his service. Thank you for his service, Liza. Thank you. She says, Liza Medina says, my baby is going on his 4th year and he just got sworn last month in for another 5 years. So proud of our boys. Welcome to our Army mom family. Thank you. Thank you so much. I already know where my sons will go. And it's not in the continental United States. And I've never been that far away. Even the ones that were ripped out of my life when they tried to break me and treat me like if I was not a human being, mother. Even those precious ones are still on the continental United States. So this will be the first time for that. Do we have somebody like that? Is Joey Dirt even a real profile? Joey Dirt says driving on the phone is as bad as drinking and driving. You know what else is really bad? Is when men, right? Especially men, when they go and critique a woman for doing shit that is legal in her state. I don't know where you live, but what you came over here to flap your, gums about, right, is completely legal in my state. And like I told the other hater the other day, there is a legislative session right now. It's only every 2 years. And right now, our leaders are convening right now in Austin, right, to make new laws. So you take your ass over there and put action behind your words. Otherwise, you're just going to look like some man who came over here to troll a woman that would never have anything to do with him. Ever. Ever, ever. Okay. So I'm going to look out for you. I'm going to look out for Joey Dirt and say, I'm Joey Dirt, and I am here to plead with you good lawmakers here in the state of Texas to please make it so that this comment that I made towards Vanessa Figuerina is now true. Because until that happens, you just look ignorant. And like I said, like a male hater that just came over here knowing that the woman that you're trying to judge would never have anything to do with you. That's about that. That's all I have to say about that. Thank you. Gracias. Dirty Joey Dirt. Get your ass out of here. I mean, I already see it. You know he's like 125 pounds soaking wet. You know? Mad at the world because he has not achieved the traditional standards of what you think a male should achieve, because he would never make that comment if he was, if he had it that way. He wouldn't be doing that. So instead, he resigns himself in the evenings because he's lonely, and I'm not surprised why, to go and troll women who would never give him the time of day. Ever. I mean, thank you, Josie. Gracias. Thank you. But yes, I'm so sorry. Belinda said, my brother is a U.S. Marine. Thank him for his service. She says, for many years, we went to San Juan Basilica and got him an angel pin to carry with him everywhere he went to protect him. So happy for your son. I will keep him in my prayers. Thank you so much. Thank you. Angela says that her sister works 4 days there and flies home and stays 3 days and works. I want to do that. Especially because I'm so used to not going out anyways. I already do that. I already just go home and sleep and work. Right? I already do that. I'm gearing up for one of the biggest battles in my life. Right? To undo one of the greatest injustices that haters have thrown in my face for the last 5 years. So I can dedicate myself to that kind of schedule. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Angela. I have been thinking about that literally for like a year. And maybe it's a sign from God to mention it again, which is strange. All right, just get the hell out of here. I don't even know what made you mention that, because it was off tangent. Okay, then I quit as your son. But I'm gonna take your mentioning that, Angela, as a sign from God that I really should do that. Yeah. I think I mentioned it the other day too, when one of the haters was trying to say, you better do this or we're gonna call. It's like every single one of my bosses knows exactly who you are. Right? And it's like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and just shut them all up. And just be a travel nurse. I mean, good luck to you. Right? Good luck with all that. Thank you. Thank you, Rachel. She says your son is so handsome. You think he looks just like me? I used to always think he looked exactly like my father. Always. Until about 5 years ago, I looked at him and I was like, that's my face. I'm not even kidding. I was like, he's 28. Yeah. Angela says that her sister works 12-hour shifts and that's crazy. Yes. That's the thing, though. I'm very selective with the agencies that have reached out to me, and they're all reaching out to me with 8 and 10-hour shifts. No. If I'm going to be a travel nurse and I'm going to leave my state of Texas, which takes 10 hours to get out of here, from where I live, to whatever destination you're going to go outside of Texas, or, travel or by plane. If I'm going to do that, then I don't want to work for anything less than 12 hours. No. And it's hard because not all of them offer 12-hour shifts.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? She already said why she didn't want to work because she's too busy battling her, survival, battling for her survival. That's why she doesn't want to work. That explains a lot.
Not all of them do. Thank you, Angela. I saw something here.
How about looking at the road for a minute?
Sybil Garcia says, especially the women in the military, I thank them for their service. People don't really know, nobody really wants to talk about it, but they go through a lot of shit that the men don't have to go through. I mean, so thank her, please, for her service. Thank you. Thank you. Angela says, it was on my heart, and I just needed to tell you, so yes, I believe it came from God. Well, also, I know you are good people, and you would do great. You deserve this opportunity. Thank you so much. I believe you. I believe you. I believe you, because as soon as I read that, I was like, in my mind, I was thinking, but I hadn't said it until I said it right now. But immediately when I read your comment, I was like, wouldn't it be funny if they knew how invested I was, how on the brink I was to just going full force with travel nursing. And you have no idea. I have agencies calling me all day long. And the first thing I ask them is, how long are the shifts? How long are the shifts? And they're always
bullshit.
No,
Bullshit.
12. So, you know. I bet Michelle, she says, I have a friend who is doing travel nursing and she fell in love with Washington State. Thank you. Hey Jojo, how are you? Gracias. Thank you. Yes, Priscilla, I was about to mention her. I wanted to mention her, but then I didn't want to put a negative spin. And as soon as I was ending my what I had to say about women in the Navy, I was gonna say, look at Vanessa Guillen. Not just that, look at that poor soul from here, from the Rio Grande Valley, Brownsville. There's a layer of injustice there. There is. Thank you, Jojo. Thank you, Tina. She says, my niece does that, travel nursing, and she loves it. Thank you. Hi, Marilyn. She says, hi, beautiful. It's been a long time looking gorgeous. Lady in like the lady in red. Thank you. Gracias. Well, I'm going to let y'all go now, and thank you for everything. Thank you, Mimi Donovan. She says, you deserve the best.
Thank you.
And you know, that's all I was doing my whole life until this shit started, was working towards that.
Oh, poor you.
On my own. Not bothering anybody. I fully expected to reach my goals on my own accord. No one ever thinks that they will be one day in a position to be worthy of blessings after walking through years and years of a fire that they did not start. So weird. Thank y'all so much. Thank you. I know, Tina. I know. She's like, no, I just got here. I know, but I'm gonna have to retire for the night. I love y'all so much. I love y'all. Take care.
Well. Not a long time, but that's probably okay. These 5 minute, 10 minute, 20-minute things are actually good. She's learning. It's getting harder and harder to swallow that bull crap for, you know, 2 hours at a time. Ridiculous. Where was she going? I have no idea. I missed like the first minute or two, but I think she said she's going home, right? She said she's gonna go home to turn in or whatever. And it looks like she had lip on, but now it's not on anymore. What do you smart people make of that? She had lipstick on. She's wearing an outfit with her boobies hanging out. Now she's on her way home and there's no lipstick left. And she had it on, you can tell. You can tell where it came off. Come on. What was she doing? Wrong answers only. Let's hear it. You guys do some of the best comments on the planet. I don't know. I find it funny, but what's the word for it? When she's, obviously she's exploiting her eldest son. I guess she's proud, I suppose. But why is it every time she's going to go and talk about her kid, her son, she's got to have the boobies popping out? What is up with that? Weird. Yeah, exactly. Creepy. I don't know. But for his sake. And the other thing I found out, technically, he's not in yet. Are you aware of this? Any of you military people, military families know about this process? I found out about it. Did a little research. Someone gave me some information. And he's got to select what field he's going to go into, right? Once you select that, and then you go transfer wherever you're going to where they have that training, that's where you're going to go. And then if you pass that, and then there's a ceremony for that. You pass that, then you're in officially. Technically, all he did was finish boot camp. And I'm not knocking it down. That's it. Exactly, Christina. It's called AIT. Thank you. Yes, it's that. I was going to say ATI, but I didn't want to mess it up. So he's only completed basic training, and I'm not saying it's not an accomplishment. I'm just saying it's just part of the overall process. Before he's actually, because people actually, they choose a field that they want to go into. They go to AIT, and they don't make it. They actually fail at it. And, that's still, up until that point, that's still their opportunity to give you the boot. And you're not in. So he's in the system, but he's not an actual service member yet. I think that's the proper way to say it. If he's got a good head on his shoulders and he's a good guy and he's a decent human being and he really wants to excel in life, then I'm sure he'll pass that and he'll move on to bigger and better things. And, with all sincerity, I hope only the best for him. Maybe he can straighten out his mind. That's possible. So yeah, he still has a ways to go. How long is AIT training, depending on what it is? Christina, any idea? I imagine it depends on your specialty, but it's just like going to college all over again. And these are all in different, depending on your field of expertise. They're all over the world. It's not like a class. All the classes are not only in the U.S. They're all over the place. Yeah, that sounds about right. I guess also it all depends on what their expertise is going to be. So, all right. I'm going to say enough of that. Hey. Howdy. So I wanted to talk a little bit about this. I posted something on it earlier, and it bothers the crap out of me. You see the story I posted? I've been watching the court case about the attempted honor killing. Have you seen this thing? Have you watched it at all? Hey, Punky. Welcome, everybody. Glad that you can be here for a little bit. So, hey, Didi, hi, Janice. Everyone else. So, I posted a story about an honor killing. And this is a problem that I have with some people. Some cultures. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. This is a problem that I have with some cultures. And how do I say this? If you, as an American, if you move to another country, let's say Italy, usually you take steps to adapt yourself to the Italian way of life. You learn the laws, the rules, norms, the social norms, and you try to assimilate. So that's the same thing when you move here from another country. However, I don't think we emphasize enough let's see. This whole freedom of religion thing, I think it's extremely too vague. Not to mention, I don't think some cultures that move here, I don't think they care about, our norms, our traditions, our laws and rules. I don't think they do. So I'm assuming these people from Iraq were or are Muslim. And the father arranged for his daughter, which is a teenager, to be married to this dude from Iraq. And she was supposed to go to Iraq. She's been to Iraq in a one-way ticket all the time, back and forth. And I understand that because sometimes you don't know how long you're going to stay. And she was afraid to go again. And she didn't want to go because she didn't want to marry. The husband wanted her father wanted her to marry somebody. One of those prearranged marriages, right? But she didn't want to go. And she had threatened she was going to go to a shelter for runaways and runaway teens. I don't know how he found out. Because after school, she was about to get on a public city bus, and she was going to go to the shelter and seek help. So he was waiting for her after school. He chased her down, and right as she was about to get on the bus, he grabbed her. They're arguing. Next thing you know, he put her in a chokehold, and he was trying to strangle her. In front of all these kids, the bus drivers, another bus driver, some adults there, a whole scene, a whole crowd of people. And he's got her in a headlock. I mean, a good headlock. They say she was turning blue. Her arms and legs were, she wasn't even trying to escape at this point. She was just like a reaction, like just to move. And they said, a lot of the witnesses said they saw the eyes start to roll to the back up, like to roll back into her head. And she was turning blue. And there were people that were punching him, they were hitting him, they were trying to break it up, but he had a strong hold on her. Finally, some other adults came. A bus driver got off the bus and he jumped in, and they were able to pull him off. And then her mother comes. You see, your mother usually has, oh, thank God, Mom. But what does she do? She starts hitting the girl. She starts getting in on it. She wanted the same thing. How do you like that shit? And this because she did not want to marry a stranger, somebody she didn't know. She did not want to go along with the arrangement. And we know in these countries, a lot of these countries, honor killings are okay. I mean, I've seen the video. There was a brother, and we're talking about people in their 20s, upper teens, early to mid 20s. Couldn't tell you what country, I can't remember. But this dude is walking down the street holding a severed head in his hand and a knife in the other hand. He was holding his sister's head. A brother severed his sister's head because she disrespected the family by having a boyfriend or something like that. Something ridiculous. Brothers do it to sisters, fathers do it to their daughters, and it's no big deal. Now these people want to come to the United States, and they think that they can get away with doing something like this here. What I want to know is, and when my mom became a citizen, she didn't, I was a lot younger. I was a kid. So it didn't occur to me to ask, well, you got to learn the Constitution? Yeah, what else do they teach you? They teach you about the laws and this and that? It doesn't sound like we put enough emphasis on yes, you have the freedom to practice your religion, but you are not free to kill your family members. That doesn't happen here. That's not going to happen here. And if you want to continue with that culture, that belief that you have, then you can't be here. Or if it happens, you're going to go to prison forever. I don't think there's enough emphasis put on that. I mean, of course, when they get here, when they're trying to get here, they're going to say, oh, no, we don't do that. No. Yeah, but that's what they're going to say. And I'm all for everyone practicing whatever religion they want to practice. But don't tell me that that's a religion of peace. Don't try to tell me that. And that they want to come over, but they don't want to assimilate. They want to bring their culture here and spread it here. Have you seen videos of London? Other places in Great Britain? And I heard the same about Germany. A friend of mine went there recently, and she said, I don't recognize it anymore. It's a different place now. And that's not good. It's not good. So the daughter, she was up on the stand today, and they were asking her all the questions. And I mean, some of the questions they were asking the other witnesses, like other kids and stuff, was, where did this happen? Oh, at the bus stop right in front. Oh, can you describe where the bus stop is? I think there was a map on the screen or something. And it's like, and how far is the bus stop from the front of the school? And it's like, why is that even relevant? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is for some reason or whatever. But they kept asking everybody, how far is it? Do you know where the bus stop is? Where is it in relation to the front of the school? And just some of the things that we're asking. I don't know what they were trying to get at. But everybody said the same thing. I don't see how the father and the mother have a chance. Maybe the mother might have a slim chance. But the father, I mean, if one of these bus drivers doesn't jump in, that girl's dead. And if she's not dead then, he would have caught her some other point when she's at home, and she'd be dead. She would be dead. And that shit can't fly here, man. Again, I'm all for practicing your own religion, worship where you want to worship. That's fine. It's fine until you start killing people. Right, that I think there has to be more emphasis. And can you imagine, the last 4 years before the last administration, Biden, how many people came in? I mean, unvetted, just, let them in. Open the door, throw away the lock, just let everybody in. And what kind of person are you that you can kill your daughter and not even flinch? To me, that's a culture that doesn't see women as true family, somebody you would die for. If you're willing to kill your daughter because she has a boyfriend or is talking to a boy, and you're willing to take her life out, you know what? That's not a religion of peace. You can try to convince me. And you hear people talking about it, online, and all these debates and all these discussions they have at universities and interviews, and you name it, it's everywhere. And all you keep hearing is, "Oh, it's a religion of peace." It's like, no, it's. I mean, the fact that as a woman you have to cover yourself. I don't know what the difference is between them all. Some it's okay to show, just this part. Some, a lot of them, you can only show this much. Oh, you see the hearts? Like this. But it's thinking I'm doing this. If you can kill your wife, your daughter, because of something like that, then they don't see women as a human being. They see him as an animal, which they would get easily take their life out. And is that what we want here in this country? I don't. I'm not going to lie. That is, that's a very hard truth. Want to worship what I'm going to worship with? Worship the devil? Okay, have fun. Worship the devil. Don't kill any animals, though. And don't sacrifice no people. But if you want to worship, the devil with the ram horns or whatever, okay, go ahead. But don't come over here telling us that you can kill your daughter if she dishonors your family. I don't know. Maybe I just don't get it. And you know what? That's fine, because if they're okay with that, then I don't want to get it. I don't think that needs to be here in this country. Like I've said this before. We have enough of our own problems in this country with mentally ill people murdering people. I mean, left and right. We have our own problem dealing with murder and criminals. We don't need you guys to come over here and commit crimes and commit murders. Whatever country you come from, I don't care. And you can't call me racist because my parents were Mexican. You can try to call me racist. They've done it before, which I think is hilarious. But this is not about race. This is about culture. This is about crime and killing people. I mean, seriously, what the hell, man? So this honor killing, attempted honor killing, she didn't die. It was attempted murder in front of a lot of people. And video. There was video of it. You can find it on almost anywhere on YouTube. If I look it up, just a moment. I'm gonna try to find one that's not so censored. Because during the trial, they played this video over and over many times, but they didn't, they blurred it out or they didn't show it. Give me a second. Let me try to find it. And let's see, maybe I'll show this one here.
Two Lacey parents accused of attacking their daughter in an attempted honor killing. Now, we want to warn you, some of the details are disturbing. Here's the video allegedly showing the girl's father, Ihsan Ali, choking his daughter outside of Timberlane.
Right there, he's got her in a headlock, and he is locked in. He's not letting go. There's guys hitting him on his head and trying to get him to release, and he's not releasing.
High school. It happened back in October, and as you can see, several people tried to pull him away from her. Prosecutors say the girl ran to the school trying to escape her abusive family.
She will tell you that after that, things became a little bit blurry and a little bit hazy for her. And she doesn't remember much about what happened after her father put his arms around her neck because she eventually lost consciousness. Fatima will tell you that when she came to, she saw that her mother was also on the ground with her. And rather than helping her, her mother at one point also wrapped her arms around Fatima's neck.
The case will feature.
That's her mother there on the left, and that's the father here on the far right, on the right side. I mean, if you can't look, you can't. Can you imagine? You see your mom and you think, oh, thank God, Mom. And then she tries to put a choke on you. That's a problem. That's a problem.
Plenty of witness testimonies. The defense opened with a reminder that it was all caught on video.
I'm going to ask you to compare them. You're going to see that credibility is an issue in this case. People don't always remember what's going on. Fortunately for Mr. Ali and his wife in this case, it's on video.
Can you please? Witness testimonies will begin with a bus driver.
That's the bus driver who came off to help.
The victim says her parents had planned to send her to Iraq for an arranged marriage to an older man.
Yeah. So she's one of the brave ones who said, I'm not going to Iraq. I'm not going to get married. She'd been to Iraq and she likes to go and visit. She has family there. But she's not dumb. She has, I don't know what her immigration status is, but she assimilated. She likes her life here. She likes being a kid here. She likes her friends here. She likes, and she sees the freedoms her friends have. And she wants that as well. So she was brave and she's lucky. She's very lucky because she could have ended up missing or just, something. It could have gone very bad. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. It's going to continue tomorrow. And they don't expect it to be a long trial. It's been going on since, I think, Monday or just yesterday. I want to say Monday. But there's so much video. And that's only one video. The one that they keep showing is just one single source. There were 2 or 3 or 4 other people with video, including the camera on the bus. It's got a camera facing, out from the door side. And I believe even that caught some of the some of those events. And so because of all that video and because of all the witnesses, they don't expect this to be long at all. It wouldn't surprise me if they wrap it up tomorrow, Friday, and go to the jury. And it's not going to go well for them. And I'm glad that they can't be guilty enough. I don't think there's a. The only thing they could do maybe is try to make a deal for less prison time, or I don't know. Maybe they'll get the wife to flip on the husband. I hope that doesn't work because this deport, go away. We don't want you here. Leave the girl, leave the daughter. She's assimilating. This is not her fault. That's the truth. And they don't even speak English. I don't know. I'm not. I have a problem with the not speaking English thing, especially here in Brownsville. Yes, here in Brownsville. You can go to a McDonald's near my house. There's 2 or 3 of them nearby. 3. And they will greet you in Spanish. And some of them don't even speak English. And we're talking about young people, all right? And that pisses me off. So I purposely speak in English. She'll ask me, what do you want in Spanish? And I'll purposely speak. Thank God I don't go there. I don't go a lot anymore like I used to. I used to go, 2 or 3 times a week. Now maybe it's 2 or 3 times a month. But I'm an asshole that way. It pisses me off. They speak to me in Spanish and they want to keep speaking. Then I'm going to answer in English. And sometimes they can deal. Sometimes, oh yeah, they speak English. Okay, go, good. Sometimes they can't, and they got to switch off to somebody else. I kind of get it. I mean, I live 5 minutes from the bridge to Mexico. I live 5 minutes from 3 international bridges. There's 3 bridges here. So I get it, but you know what? These countries are so attached. We're attached to each other. Learn the language if you're going to come. Even if you're not going to come and live over here. If you're going to come and work or go to school or visit, learn the language. If Canada, if they only spoke Canadian French, anybody who lives way up north at the northern border, and if I lived there, I think, yeah, I got to learn French. I got to learn French Canadian. I got to learn French because I want to go and visit. And you know what? I'm going to have to learn it, and you have to learn it. It makes sense. Yeah, I know people will still call me racist. Yeah, can I be racist against? But it's not about racism. It's about you want to live in another country, learn the language, use the language. I don't know. Is that racist? I don't think. But it is what it is. Big earthquake today. Do you see this outside of Alaska? In the ocean. I think it ended up being a 7.3, which is big. But it was about, I swear I read this right. about 20 miles down into the earth. Was it 7 miles down or 20 miles down? I want to say, I don't know. Maybe I have to look it up. Still, this was miles and miles into the earth. And they issued a big tsunami warning, and all hell's going to break loose. A big tsunami's coming. It ended up being only a few inches. It went from a warning to an advisory, something. And there was nothing. Thank God, because that could have been ugly. There's a lot of little islands over there, and that would not have been good. Would not have been good. Yeah, one more thing I want to bring up. The Menendez brothers. They could go free. They could have their charges dropped altogether. And this thing still bothers me. And then the same thing with Gypsy Rose. They were abused. You were abused. Okay, fine. If they were abused, okay, fine. But we're talking about people who had a lot of money. Even as teenagers, they had a lot of money, and they had access to a lot of money. And what did they do after they killed their parents? They went out on a shopping spree, bought a Porsche, bought a Jeep, spent money like crazy. It didn't justify killing your parents. They could have done all that and not without killing their parents. Just like Gypsy Rose. She was already at a point where she knew she wasn't sick. She knew she could walk. She knew she was fine. Maybe she had some issues. Okay, fine. But she knew it was all a scam. She could have ran away. She could have gone to the police and said, "Please help me. It's been going on for a long time. I need to get away from her. I don't want to go back. She's going to kill me." Or she could have said whatever. But no. People feel that they need to take somebody's life. Like that's the only way out. And I'll never be okay with that. You know what? And I'm not saying it's easy, but domestic violence, a wife, a woman who's abused by her husband, I can't leave. You know what? He takes off to go to work in the morning. Once you know he's at work, you're packing your bags and boxes, whatever. A quick 30-minute pack of certain things, you're gone. Yes, it's that easy. Yes, it's scary. And yes, there are organizations that help women do that. And I know it's harder when the guy doesn't go to work. But if he does, and if he's gone, that's when you get out. You got to have your mind mentally, you got to be mentally prepared to get out. And just leave. Grab the kids and you're gone. If you got kids, grab them and you're gone. It can happen. Anyway, yeah, I'm rambling a little bit too much. Yeah, Bonnie, pack your shit and get. He's at work? What? He works 40 minutes away? You know he's at work? You call, oh, what are you going to have for lunch or whatever? Okay, he's at work. So technically we got 40 minutes. If he's going to drive back right now, we got less than 40 minutes. Pack our shit and get out. Confide in a friend, a girlfriend, or a family member, and you get out. hard part. Yeah, don't forget the dog. Don't leave the dog behind and the cat, because then he's gonna let out his frustrations on the animals. And some of these dudes are wacko. Women too, not just guys. Women too. But grab your stuff and get the hell out. Don't need to kill. Don't need to kill. Remember the movie? I don't know. Some of you fetuses are too young. Farrah Fawcett did a movie called The Burning Bed. I think it's on Prime or Netflix or something. That might be out there. 80s movie, The Burning Bed. True story of a abused wife. She was always bruised up. Week after week after week. She always had bruises on her face, her body, everywhere. But she felt like she was too afraid to leave. She would find her. And one day when he was passed out in his room, he was sleeping. Did she give him drugs or alcohol or something to eat? I mean, he was really asleep. She set the mattress on fire. She set the bed on fire. And that's how she got out. She killed him. And it's a true story. Look up the movie if you haven't seen it. It's called The Burning Bed. It's actually a good movie. One of Farrah Fawcett's better movies. Yep, The Burning Bed. Yeah. It's sad that shit has to happen. It really does. There's a lot of people, a lot of morons out there. Women too. You know what? This used to be just, I was having this conversation with somebody. I know you're there. Yes, we had this conversation earlier about a woman. I don't remember now. Was she a teacher? Who was at a bull riding competition, and she lured a underage bull rider to her hotel room and started doing the nasty on him. Yes, he's underage. And yes, she's way older. I want to say 20s, early 20s, mid 20s. Old enough to know she's not supposed to be doing that crap. Well, she says, oh yeah, do live Snapchat or record it or whatever. And he records it and it starts to go around. Freaking idiot. Anyway. And she gets busted. So that got this conversation going about, I remember always growing up, when I was growing up, people were always worried about, the male teachers with the young girls, the male coaches with the young girls on the team. And you gotta be careful with the men. You gotta be careful with the men, and, the abuse and grooming, stuff like that. And yeah, it happened. I'm not going to say it didn't happen, but it happened. But it seems like in the last decade or two, there have been so many female teachers having sex with their students, these young kids. Like they're out of control. Like, what the hell's wrong with these people? What the hell's wrong with these women? And it keeps happening over and over and over again. And it's like, what the hell happened to our society? What the hell happened to these women? It used to be that we'd go, oh man, I'm glad it's a woman teacher. I'm glad we got a woman teacher for Rusty over there. But now it's like, I'd rather have a dude. Some of these women educators are out of control. There's an epidemic. Something is going on. Is it drugs? Is it drinking? Is it... I don't know what it is. I don't even think anybody can explain it to me. But what the heck has happened? And I don't say it all started back then, but that was one of the bigger stories. Remember, I think her name was Mary Kay Letourneau. She had an affair, if you want to call it an affair, more like she was a teacher and she abused that young Pacific Islander kid. Remember, she ended up getting pregnant, and then they ended up getting married and had, I don't know, 2 babies or something like that. So weird. That's weird. And they were together for a while. I think she passed away, didn't she? Yeah, Mary Kay Letourneau. Yeah, she died in 2020. And Mary Catherine Faulau, which was the boy's last name, was an American sex offender and teacher who pleaded guilty in 1997 to 2 counts of felony second-degree rape of a child, but subsequently married this boy. That case received huge national attention. Let's see, they separated in 2019 and then she died in 2020. I think she had cancer or something. Let's see. Yeah, colorectal cancer, colon cancer. But that was weird. That unusual. You know, she picks this kid, whatever it is, love at first sight, and she wanted to have his child, and she did. And then, you know, lately you hear about this stuff. You see it everywhere. Oh, a teacher caught having sex with a student in a closet or in the car at the school, or in a car at the mall, or it's like what's going on? What is happening? And the stories keep coming out, but nobody's going, what the frick is going on? Why is nobody asking? It's, oh, another teacher with a kid. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Very wrong. We need to find out what the frick is going on. Anyway, there's a lot more of that conversation to have. But check out the attempted honor killing. It's on Court TV and on go to YouTube. It's Court TV on YouTube. There's a lot of good stuff on there, and they will be on again tomorrow, I am sure. Yeah, dismantle the Department of Education, and that's what's going to happen. We just got the green light to do so. I agree. Two male teachers came on to me and my sister. Now the women teachers. Yeah, it's a power trip. Yeah, you know it's a power trip. And the person I was talking to earlier today, also said, you know, her kids are in high school now, and he's like, the girls are the aggressors now. I want to say traditionally, boy likes the girl. You know, the boy's got to do his thing to work his way up to talk to the girl and try to get the girl's number, Well, now it's the other way around, from what I understand. Girls are a lot more aggressive and to the point. What's up with that? What's causing that? Is it the F word? The F word? Feminism? Is this a product of the feminazis? I don't know. Something we will talk about for sure this week, because there's a lot to talk about. This is a problem. This is a problem. All right, that's all I got for tonight. Core TV, watch it tomorrow. We'll talk about it, and we'll see what else comes up. And I will catch you guys on the rebound. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.